Pollo, Ajers and Acorn have fully taken over Demon's domain, embarrassing Peterbot in the first Eval tournament. We're gonna see exactly how they do this off spawn. Alright, so game 1, we got the Peterbot POV gliding down, and he's currently leading in the front with Acorn and Ritual, but Cold is in the middle of nowhere, miles above them. Peterbot actually goes towards the right side, as Ritual guns straight down the middle for the SMG, and this guy misses more shots than Darwin Nunes at the start. He downs Acorn but dies to Ajers at the same time. Peterbot goes straight for the god chest, getting good loot, but Ajers destroys him before he's ready. We need a reload of that, as he first flies to the right, gets a twin fire instead of the chest, easily downing Ritual and hits the nastiest jump shot on Peterbot. I don't even know you could hit 100 with these grey ones. My ones hit for like 30 damage. Pollo was actually uninvolved, going downstairs for the chest, as Cold had the worst drop, so he's forced to go round the long way and get a purple twin fire in the chest. Pollo gets a pistol, finishing Ritual and popping minis, as Cold goes back upstairs with a Fury AR. Pollo notices him as he gets into a box fight 2v1 and does big damage to Pollo, breaking his shield. He's forced to try and get in and nearly kills him, but Pollo wins this one on 10 HP. Cold actually did really well as a solo, and if he had some shield like them, this could have been a completely different story. Game 2. Peterbot and Pollo are neck and neck at the front, with the others close by, as they both go for the pump, and even though both of them have their gliders out, Pollo manages to pick it up first. Now I've seen the back and forth between them, basically accusing him of using macros, but obviously none of them will be dumb enough to use cheating ones. The in-game scroll wheel pickup is completely legit and been here since chapter 2, so all I see is excuses here. Ritual had a trash drop this time compared to all of them, and he just swings his pickaxe around like a headless chicken and dies on the spot. Cold gets a decent drop just behind Pollo, but messes it up because he doesn't swoop in cleanly and collides with the wall. He makes the right choice, going for the downstairs chest for a shotty, as Peterbot runs around with no loot. He tries to finesse the god chest loot and somehow gets the mats, but gets sprayed going down. Cold holds and goes for the edit play on Pollo, nearly downing him, but Ajers rescues him in time. Peterbot runs for his life on 10 HP, trying to dodge, but it was useless as he dies soon after. Seeing it from Pollo's view, it's actually crazy how quickly he gets a shotgun. It's like Duke Dennis trying to take your girl away. Acorn basically had the same drop, but he's the only one to go through the right side and get the god chest. Even though Ajers had the worst drop, he still manages to follow Acorn, pick up the gold SMG first, and trap Peterbot and Cold down together, easily finishing them off. Acorn isn't even needed. This guy's only role was to open the chest, and he comes in last second for a tap-in. That's 2-0, but why does it work so well for them? Well, let's go back here. What can you notice in this frame? Pollo is using the Rainbow Unicorn glider, and it's Pride month right now. Clearly Epic Games have buffed this glider for faster speeds without telling anyone. You guys gotta start thinking outside the box, like Zeus and Bilu thinking of the craziest theories and testing them out. The rest of this game actually had some good moments, with Pollo shooting a mythic AR, and these bass boost waves are hella jarring. It plays some annoying ass song and it reminds me of that Ben 10 Echo attack. It's too OP in structure damage. They notice them rotating and Pollo absolutely beams Blake 200 to 0. But it's not just the mythic AR. The domain medallion is sick, because it's basically unlimited minis healing to 50 shield, and then you only have to carry big pots to go back to 200, sharing the coin. They rotate to zone with the gloves, and this team can't stop getting AR kills. The fire rate is too good. Pollo walks down, and what the hell was this guy looking at? He gets the freest pump kill on him for a refresh. So far it's just been these two, but Acorn steps up with the AR glove combo for a kill. They're all on height, and Pollo with this AR is nasty. It does so much damage on people bouncing around with the gloves. Acorn finds someone low in Storm, drops down for the kill, and gets a shiesty right hand peek to wipe the trio. They're all on height, and surely they win this game now, right? Well, nothing ever runs smoothly, because Clix was lurking, tactically breaks them out, and uses the triple jump to fly above them. He drops down and catches Ajers off guard, but barely survives on 1 HP, getting the clutch siphon. He sees an opening on Pollo with a pump, and Kovacs to down him. Higgs edits out and triple jumps into the sky trying to copy Clix, but that backfires massively as he gets lasered to 30 HP. They spray down and put pressure on his box, but he holds, gets a tag on Acorn, who dies straight after. It's the final 3v3, and Clix really loves using these gloves, as he crashes back down, gets a knock for the S hero rank. Iomzo is still alive and gets hit hard with a base boost, but but this kid is too slick. He uses the momentum for a clean sliding jump shot on him. It's a 2v1 now as they try to find all the heals to tank the storm, but the final guy was actually nowhere near with 4 whole medkits. Clicks goes down, but Yomzo has enough HP to clutch a win. Game 3, and we have Peterbot and Pollo in the lead, followed by Ritual. And Pete goes to the left side and claims a chest for a green sentinel. Cold manages to get a better drop with the floor loot twinfire, and the god chest gives him a crazy loadout. Ritual flies alone to the right side and gets a twinfire, but hold on, where's Pollo's trio then? Well, even though Pollo's drop looked good at the start, it was actually trash because he was too high, so he has to fly all the way to the back for looting. Acorn gets the worst drop by being in the back, so this guy has to take more diversions than a bus journey and flies through a window to loot. Ajers really tried to go to the front, but dipped last second to the right for a chest where the boss is. Ritual scouts the shotgun and finds Pollo under, so he drops and gets a few low damage shots on him. Pollo has a sentinel, but is forced to run inside and finds more ARs with chests and gets 2 barrels for white heals. He then just sits in the stairway. Cold goes to max shield with a chug jug, whilst Ajers gets an SMG and minis, but just waits it out, hiding next to the boss instead of moving. Peterbot uses the spare minis from Cold, dropping down, and Acorn is just sitting in the cock seat in the corner. Cold drops down with Pete, looking for an angle through the window, and catches Pollo off guard with a 50 tag. Acorn uses that trash water pistol gun for some damage, and Pete goes through the doors to pinch and finish off Pollo. To be honest, I don't even know why Pollo was here in the first place. It's trash because he has so many openings. Ritual finally joins us back up to the fight, as Ajers leaves way too late, mantling through the window and downing an unaware Ritual. Cold gets the freest angle on him though, and triple taps Ajers. Acorn finally goes in, and he's just a free 50 pot for Cold to kill. That was a clean sweep from Peterbot's trio, and the rest of the game is fire too. They box up in Utopia City, but Peterbot gets absolutely deleted from a bush camper. Later they're next to a team, and he cleverly uses the tracker to see where they are. He gets the closer pieces, and Cold uses the gloves to break it, to almost trap a guy and kill him. Luckily for Pete, he gets the full piece big pump and vibes, predicts the double edit above, and cleanly kills him. Cold notices an open fight behind them and third parties, getting a knock on one and spraying more to down another. Pete joins in to yoink one more. They use the gloves to triple rotate out, and Cold is always using it to pressure boxes and get easy kills with. Pete uses the tracker to box up to his next victim, and Cold uses the gloves perfectly to drop Blake down in the full piece trap for a kill. He then gets the whole of frontside free for himself to turtle, looks up at height and sees Epic Well. This guy got dropped faster than Ali A. They're in a 4x4 and Cold perfectly baits this guy into the box and kills him. Pete starts rotating out with protection, and this brother was clearly lost, dying instantly. Pete as always tries to go for height but gets shot back, forcing him to stop and then crank up with 90s to shoot them out. The gloves make it easy to move across as he connects, and this northern guy is off the perks as he gets hit and drops from height. Cold is just too cold, exploiting in with the gloves for a kill, but this time they're the ones getting hit by the gloves, so Cold counters, flying mid-air and killing a guy on the floor. Ritual just sprays with a rapid fire Fury AR to down one, Cold third parties another, and Peterbot ends it with a game-winning one pump for the Eval dub. And we reach the last game of the Eval tournament. This time Ritual is in first with Acorn's trio, but Peterbot and Cold are hella behind them. Despite being last, Peterbot still goes to the front chest and obviously loses it, but this time doesn't ego it and drops down to loot instead. Now just look at how Pollo wins this drop. He goes directly to the chest and scroll reels the pump. Ritual is basically right next to him but goes too left and swings, trying to run away below, but Pollo easily kills him. And he has to check down the stairs because of that PTSD from before. Cold actually got an insane drop to finesse loot, but even he gets beaten by the macros, making him get the stair chest. Ajers and Acorn get the god chest free to themselves, tagging Ritual and instantly downing Cold, who just gets a shotgun. He emotes on him for the culture, and it's just Peterbot left with a blue AR, minis and a tracker to beat them. He scans and sees all their locations above, so waits just in the corner for a sneak attack, but Ajers ain't falling for that as he drops down ready but only barely kills him. Pete had some good tracking there, but it wasn't enough because Ajers pisses on the grave again. The only good thing that came out of this was Ritual. This man might be a gooner. He definitely knew what he was doing, backing up with the camera angles like he's Ice Spice. Even though they didn't get a dub, it's 3-1 now in official tournaments, and it's only going to get juicier as the season carries on.